What's up, guys? Classy Metal here. First off, I want to thank you guys that jumped in my little live streams that I had going earlier. They were just kind of test runs. I have deleted those off the channel. I was just kind of toying around with things, seeing if it would work out, that type stuff. And I'm kind of excited about the prospect of being able to finally do some live streams on this channel in the future. So I have that set up. That's something to look forward to. Also have two giveaways still going. I will post the video up in the description so you can get in on that. I have the Morgue Rot August 2020 issue up for giveaway. Obviously, this is my personal copy, but I do have a brand new copy that's still bagged up with the bracelet. There's a pin and some cards and stuff in there. So get in on that giveaway. In that same video, I am also giving away a vinyl copy of Macabra's To the Bone. This is an awesome death metal project featuring Mark Riddick. Most of you know Mark Riddick by his artwork and also his work in Fetid Zombie. Macabra is some more stellar death metal from the man, the myth, and the legend. I will probably be wrapping that giveaway up within the next couple of days. It's been going on for a little bit now. I think it's kind of peaked. I will give a last minute chance for some people to jump in and that type stuff, but it'll probably, I'm looking at probably Friday for wrapping that up. Excuse me. Now, let's get to what this video was about. I actually got a nice stack of albums in today. They're all from the same seller. I got these all on eBay. This is an eBay seller that I have purchased from several times in the past. I've featured the seller on this channel. I will link up his eBay store in the description. That way you can check out. He's got some great auctions ending very soon. He's got quite a bit of stuff listed. There's some stuff I have my eye on as well. That way we could be battling it out for some stuff that we want. But he's always got some great prices. And he likes to hold the stuff and combine the shipping for me. That is awesome. There's a lot of sellers that try to make extra money on the shipping. He doesn't do that. He gives me a great price on shipping and always delivers. This is stuff that I won over probably about a week to week and a half span. I finally just had to be like, all right, I'm done. I have to stop. I'm going to spend a small fortune. He even sent me a little love letter, little thank you letter that just says thanks for the support. I'll keep them coming, and then enjoy, my friend. So when I've ordered from this guy several times, and he actually watches these videos, so it's awesome to kind of, that's one good thing about these videos, about doing this YouTube. I've met some really awesome people doing so. I've met some awesome people eBaying and stuff, but it's crazy how extreme music has brought so many different people into my life, and I am thankful for that. So I'm going to quit being sappy, and I'm just going to get right into this. This is a little bit of everything. There's stuff from all over the place. First up, we have Descent with Towers of Grandiosity. This is kind of some blackened death metal hardcore is the only way that I know how to put this. It's really solid stuff. This CD was actually limited, I think, to 300 copies. They are still available on Bandcamp. I'm actually going to link up a Bandcamp or YouTube stream or something for every album that I show. I'm going to put that work in today. That way, if you see something that piques your interest, you can take the time to go check it out, because after all, that's what this channel is all about. Definitely go check these albums that I'm going to show out, and definitely go check out the eBay store from jaggerjones. But here we go. Descent. Like I said, it's a really stellar, just kind of blackened death metal / hardcore. I don't see it as like deathcore. It's like a blackened death metal, and then there's some hardcore elements. I know that they're like, hey, that's what deathcore is, but no, I don't get a deathcore vibe from this. It's standalone kind of blackened death metal with some hardcore influence going on. It's solid stuff there. Like I said, there are still copies of that available on the Bandcamp. I think they're like $5 for a CD, so definitely go check that one out. Next up, the next few are actually all on the Southern Lord Records label. Typically, when I think Southern Lord, I think the majority of the stuff that I've heard from them is kind of doomy, sludgy stuff. The sludgy, most of this stuff that I'm going to show today that I won in these auctions that are all Southern Lord are kind of crusty type stuff. And this first one, this is Heartless with Hell is Other People is the name of the album. This is kind of crusty, almost power violence, crusty, grindy type stuff. Pretty good stuff. I did dig this. This one was kind of a blind buy. The price was good enough that I just kind of jumped in, but I'm digging what I've heard of it so far. So I'm pretty stoked to have that one in the collection now, and the ability to spend a little bit more time with that. Next up, we have Planks, and this one it has their full length, The Darkest of Grays, and the following EP, Solicit to Fall. They were released kind of in succession, and they went back and released a copy that had the EP and the full length in together. I believe the Bandcamp link that I'm going to post only has the Darkest of Grays full length, but that's all I could find, so I apologize for that. But this is some pretty solid stuff too, just more of that kind of sludgy, crusty stuff. Very good stuff, and I enjoy most of the stuff that I see that has that Southern Lord little stamp on the bottom. Usually that stuff is pretty good. Usually they have some top notch. If you're looking for something crusty, something sludgy, definitely check out Southern Lord, because they have a ton of it under their banner, and it's all top quality stuff. Next up, we have more from Southern Lord. This is Alpinist, and this one has Lichtlærm, I believe is the name of the album, and then the minus Mensch releases on this. This is blackened crustcore, maybe is a way to put that. I don't know, for lack of a better term. This is a band out of Germany, and it's really solid stuff. I did enjoy this one. There was a little 3 CD lot that he had going in the auction, and this was part of it. 3 of these Southern Lord releases were in that little 3 CD lot. This one was a bit of a blind buy. I hadn't heard that one, but I think it may turn out to be probably my favorite of the 3 that were in that little lot. And then the third was Drainland, and this is also a pretty solid one. This is one that actually led me on my bidding on that lot. This is And So Our Troubles Began is the name of the release on this. This is kind of Irish, more crusty type stuff. This has a bit of a different vibe than the few that I showed before this. It definitely has that sludgy feel going on, but it has some other stuff going on with it as well. Great stuff here out of Ireland, so definitely give that one a shot if you have not done so. The next album that I'm going to show is actually the one that led me on this entire little spree of getting all of this stuff. It was the first one that caught my eye, and it was the first one that I actually bidded on. This is Pestilence Death with Chapters of Depravity. This came out last year, so I was kind of surprised to see this one up on his auctions. This is just nasty death metal out of California, and I was stoked to see this one going, especially for the price that he had it going for. I had to pull the trigger and grab myself a copy. There are still copies on this band's Bandcamp, which will be linked up in the description. I believe they have tapes, they have CDs, and records available for this release. This is their sophomore. I don't know if they had physicals for their debut. If they did, I haven't been able to find them, but I am stoked to have a copy of their sophomore release in my collection now. Next up, we have some death metal out of France, and I actually got these out of order, but I'm just going to show them out of order because I have the debut full length and the sophomore. I'm going to show the sophomore first, which subsequently is my favorite of the 2. This is Vorkreist with Sublimation, XXIXA, which is probably Roman numeral, but I'm kind of ignorant on that, so I apologize. This is just, it has hints of black metal in this death metal, but it is just some unique, I will say unique death metal out of France. It's very original stuff. It's something that kind of garnered my attention and kept my attention throughout. The first half of this release of this album is probably a little bit better in my opinion than the second half, but it's all very good. As I said, it's probably my favorite of the it's definitely my favorite of the 2 releases that I picked up, but it's probably my favorite Vorkreist or Vorkreist album there is. This I think both of these were actually released on Extreme Music. Next up, as I said, we have Vorkreist with Sabbatical, Flesh, Possession, and this is the debut full length. They have a demo, I believe, that came out before this. This one's about 37 minutes long, but it's pretty stellar stuff too. It's more of just that kind of unique death metal, little hints of black metal here and there, but solid stuff. It's very original sounding. I'm not going to be able to do it justice by just talking about it. I think it's something that you're actually going to have to listen to for yourself, but everyone that I've heard to speak of this band has said pretty positive things. So definitely go check out Vorkreist. I actually could not find Bandcamp links for either of those, but I did link up YouTube streams for, it's got full album streams for both of those albums. Next up, this one is awesome. This is a band out of Norway. This is, I'm probably gonna butcher the name of the band. This is a Katechon or Katechon or I call it Katechon, but that could be wrong, with Coronation. This is the second release from this project. This is released on Nuclear War Now Records. Kind of blackened type stuff. Obviously, usually stuff from Norway leans towards that blackened style of things, and this is no different. Very, very good stuff. The original thing that caught my eye was the artwork. It led me to this, and I checked out some stuff from this band, and this is definitely my favorite release from them. Definitely something that I think some of you guys should check out. The Bandcamp will be linked up in the description. They have some pretty cheap copies of that available as well. I think like you can get the CD for $6, and they actually have a vinyl for that one available for about $12. And I think if you give that album a listen, you'll be hooked on it as well. There's a whole lot. That's one that you're going to want to spend some time with. There's a lot going on. It's pretty intense. Next up, we have Henosis with Unleash the Ophidian Essence from the Reverse of Creation. This is blackened death metal, as was the previous. I said black metal. It has definite blackened death stuff going on. It leans more towards the blackened side of things. This Henosis leans more towards the death metal side of things. It has this kind of grandiose beginning to the album, kind of larger than life sound, but it is pretty solid stuff. I did enjoy this quite a bit, and I think you guys that follow this channel can really get behind this album as well. Great stuff here. Excuse me. Got all choked up. I have been on a diet for the past week or so, and I'm switched over to Mountain Dew Zeros just to kind of fill that Mountain Dew void in my life. And man, I think that's been the hardest part of the diet, is missing Mountain Dew. But yeah, check out Henosis. Great album. Almost killed me. Got me all kind of just choked up. Next up, we have some cavernous, nasty death metal. We have Cadaveric Fumes with the Forsaken Triptych, 2012 through 2016. This is a collection of all the material that this band had released prior to through 2016. They released a full length in 2016 that is really solid as well. This contains kind of the EP and demo materials leading up to that. I believe there's 3 different releases compiled onto this little compilation here. Very, very good stuff. Just almost reminiscent to me at times of almost like Tomb Moldish type death metal. It's that kind of style. Very, very good. I want to get my hands on some of their latter. I think they released the full length and maybe a split since that, and it's all really good. Next up is going to be one that there's no way I'm going to be able to pronounce this album title. The name of the band is Ill Omen. The name of the album is, I believe, like it's that AE symbol, and they've got it all scratchy on the thing. It'll be in the description. But yeah, it's Ill Omen, kind of blackened, leans towards the blackened side of things. Pretty good stuff. Definitely something I want to spend some more time with. It has like a doomy, almost like a blackened doom vibe going on. I guess that's the best way I could put this. It's pretty dark stuff, but I did enjoy what I've heard so far. That one was more of a blind buy, and I began listening to it a little bit before I actually got this package in the mail, just because I wanted to know what I was getting in. And I actually pretty excited that I picked this up, because I've heard what I've heard so far, I really did enjoy, but definitely looking forward to spending some more time with that. Next up, this one, I don't know how I was able to get this for what I got it for. I think people have forgotten about this album, and unrightfully so, because this is a fantastic slab of finished death metal. This is Lie in Ruins with Towards Divine Death. This was released on Dark Descent Records, I think back in 2014. And I think that's the reason that so many people maybe passed up on that auction, because I got this for a steal. You probably can't make out all that artwork on that, but that is, man, I love just about everything about this album, and I am stoked to have it in the collection now. It is just well performed, filthy death metal, I guess, but it has like these acoustic passages leading through the album as well. It's about 70 minutes long, but it is a solid release. Definitely check this one out. Probably this might be my favorite release that I got out of all of these. This one, I don't know how I was able to pick that up for what I did, but I am definitely glad that I was able to. Next up, we have some more of that kind of crusty, almost power violence type stuff. This one was released on Relapse Records. The band is called The Drip, and the name of the album is The Haunting Fear of Inevitability. I picked this one up on the cheap. I missed out. Somebody sniped the other release from The Drip that was going. Almost reminiscent of Weekend Nachos, which is kind of weird because I don't like Weekend Nachos, and I probably should not like The Drip for what it is, but I really dig this project. I want to pick up some more of their stuff. And I don't know what it is. There's something that's kind of just put its claws in me and is drawing me into it, and I definitely I'm digging what I've heard from them so far. So then last but not least, I'm sorry I rushed through these, but there were quite a few albums in this, and I didn't want to make this a forever long video. This is some nasty death metal out of Italy. This is let me try that again. Daemusinem with Thy Ungodly Defiance. This is classic death metal. I'm not going to say that this is old school death metal, because that's not what it is. This is classic sounding death metal. This is like true death metal. It still has the security tag on it. Let me break that off. I hate those old security type stickers on there. It has that theme, man. There's so many Italian death metal, black and death metal bands that have that same thing. I don't know if it's just because the Vatican is there or what, but they have that that dark, menacing, evil theme going on, and this one does the same. But it is well performed, classic, true. I guess you could say true death metal, because it is what death metal should be, in my opinion. And fantastic stuff there. Definitely check that one out as well. Like I said, I'm going to have every one of these Bandcamped up, YouTubed up, something in the comments. That way, I mean in the description. That way, if you see something that piques your interest and you want to check that project out, feel free to go down there and do it and let me know how you feel about it. Definitely check out jaggerjones' eBay auctions. He's got some awesome stuff going. Get in there, bid on some stuff. You may be bidding against me, and we could be pitted against each other, trying to snipe each other and take something great out of each other's hands. That's all I've got for today. I've got some great stuff coming in the mail probably tomorrow, surely by the end of the week. I know they're in Memphis right now, but sometimes with the USPS the way it is, they could stay in Memphis for days. Memphis is maybe an hour and a half away from here, but sometimes it takes like 5 days for the post office to get the stuff here. I got 2 grab bags for sure that are right on the brink of getting here. I have one that's still in transit, but it's kind of doing that weird arriving late, still en route to its destination tag. So I don't know if I ever get it or not, but that one should be coming. So there's some great stuff still on the way. Definitely stay tuned. Streams are coming. I don't know when, but they're coming. So stay tuned for that as well. I could possibly get bored and do one tomorrow. Maybe try to do a little Q&A around lunchtime. Not promising anything. I don't know. But we'll see how that goes. That's all I got for today. Stay classy. Stay metal. And I will see you all very soon. I promise.